Okay. Everybody can't wait, and I can't wait either. We'll get to the chat here in a second. We'll start off with Recess. That's where I get the can't wait from. And it's already tomorrow where Werewolf is, so he obviously can't wait.
Nice cat.
There's Maranya.
Maranya.
Yeah, poor Jambo's picked on again. And hello, Michael.
Hey, Michael.
And Fireball. Always good to see Fireball. Michael again. And Maranya says, good evening to all the fans of the fossils. And the biggest fan is the Jackson Roy Kurt. Here's the guy we all know and love. Hello, Steve. Cool music. Why, thank you. Thank you. There's a reader copy. Most people think that when our show is over, but Reader says it at the beginning of our show. And Ranger Sly is here. Excellent, excellent.
Oh.
The Beatles universe, that was a gold key. Yeah. I've never seen one.
I didn't see one in the wild either.
And thank you, Reader Copy. I am joined by Jambo Comics. Eric Breen is back from his lengthy tour of the subcontinent. And here's Captain Strange Life. Paulo looking very serious as always. And good-natured Charlton 66.
That's me.
Whom I must brag on because he did a nice thing for me. He sent this to me. Wasn't that sweet of him?
Nice.
He showed it to me a few weeks ago and said it's going to be coming to you. And I said, whatever you do, don't tell me how it ends. So I got it yesterday, and I haven't got to read it yet. So I don't know if they make it to the Tom Sawyer's Island. But,
we got a sailor on board. They got to make it.
Yeah. But he could be looking at a picnic basket. Or who knows what he's looking at. So.
Yeah, that's true.
And we'll start off with some little bronze here. The Human Torch Goes Wild.
Oh, geez, running amok.
Remember getting these and thinking, oh, great, it's just reprints of the Strange Tales, but still pretty good. Just put a few of these there for you.
They spot Pete. There
One of those, I think, has a Golden Age reprint from Alex Schomburg, I believe.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you which one because I don't have my glasses. And here is the sinister-looking wizard.
Wow. That's a good cover on that one.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And the painter.
Painter of 1,000 Pearls.
Painter of 1,000 Perils.
It must be a great painter. We're not going to say who it might be. All right, Adventures into the Unknown with the green fire.
There you go.
I love that ACG stuff.
You know you're in trouble with green fire.
Mm.
And I'll start off showing you the back cover. Paulo might like this little car here.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's loaded.
I had a set like that when I was a kid in the mid 1960s.
It's a Magnus robot fighter.
Beautiful.
So, looks like Linda Blair on the cover. That's,
Mhm.
And it is. No,
I don't have that one.
this is a little before Linda. You want to see Superman unmasked?
No way. Not again.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It was this guy all along.
Yeah, he acts like a creep a lot, so it fits,
That's funny.
He's always doing jerk kind of things to Lois and Jimmy.
Plus the Atom. And for you piano lovers, there's
Aren't we all? And look at Beethoven looking over the ghost of Beethoven.
Oh, yeah, Vigo.
and another Grimm's Ghost Stories.
Oh.
It's Hawkman.
We'll put your eye out.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And Ripley's, believe it or not. It's I've just seen a face I can't forget.
Rubber Soul.
She's unforgettable. You just can't get her out of your mind. These are true ghost stories. It says so right on the cover.
Yeah.
And here's another one: a horse out of control.
Oh, the old witch lady.
Yeah. She's gonna get ran over.
And it's a Whitman, 1975. So, and again, thanks again, Steve, for that great
Not a problem. My pleasure.
Disney book. And looks like we have temporarily lost the captain, but
No.
he's having difficulty. He'll be right back. In the meantime, Paulo, feel free to send over some files if you want us to see those. I will get. Oh, there he is, the captain. Sometimes the captain just doesn't like to see my books, and so he has to.
No, I heard somebody pounding on the door upstairs, and I was trying to text my wife. She's not answering the phone.
perhaps he was wanted on deck.
Yes.
Poop deck. She's wanted on
Poop deck.
the poop deck.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
Mike, I thought I sent you one of those. I thought I sent you the same book with Donald Duck on the raft.
No.
I sent the one with the apple, right?
Right.
And then there was another one. I thought.
Yeah, the Huey, Dewey, Louie going around the maypole.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, because I had the one on the raft, and I was trying. That's what it was. I was trying to figure out which one should I send them. The other one. So I almost sent you the same thing.
All right, I see Paulo's files. Here we go.
Listen,
Okay,
I'm gonna go upstairs real fast to find out what's going on,
Okie doke.
and I'll be right back down.
we've had a comics event last weekend, but I was unable to attend. But we did. I know that there was an exhibit for this guy's art, Herman Hoopen from Belgium, known simply as Herman. One of the most prolific artists of European comics in the last 60 years. In fact, he's 84 and is still active. He has a new comic coming out this year. So it doesn't look like he is putting his pencils away anytime soon. This is from the Bernard Prince adventure series. This guy was a soldier of fortune, and he retired and bought a boat, and still goes around the world with his friends, getting into trouble.
That's Race Bannon.
Almost, yeah. Although I think they're not too far apart in year. The first Bernard Prince album came out in 1969.
Cool.
So this is the first Bernard Prince album, The Pirates of Locanga, and it came out in Portugal in the early 70s. So the series has gone through a bunch of different publishers, and all the albums have been published out of order until they finally did a newspaper associated sales collection, and finally they did some double albums and got everything together in the proper order. This is the second album, Hell's Frontier. The covers was pretty good. I mean, you said he looked like Race Bannon, but it almost looks like a Steranko vibe here. But the thing is, Herman was not very influenced by American comic, at least by regular newsstand comic book series. He would be by newspaper strips.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if he was aware of Jim Steranko at the time, but it could be a case of parallel evolution. Here's another one further down the line. This is from the mid-70s. Oh, Flaming Oasis.
He
And
just
another
bought
one.
a boat.
Oh wow.
Tintin. Well, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. The writer Greg was briefly the editor of Spirou magazine, so they were a bit more experimental than Tintin magazine.
Of what magazine? People?
Spirou.
Oh, he who.
Spirou. And here's a more recent album, The Green Flame of the Conquistador.
Mm.
So by this time they'd be going on their fourth or fifth publisher.
Hmm.
But it always comes back. The series has a lot of older fans. They always complain they can get the full collection, so they always ask the new publisher to reprint everything.
That's some beautiful paintings.
Yeah,
It is very nice.
That one and the one that he just is going to show right now.
Mm-hmm.
That
Return
one.
of the
Yeah.
Ghost. Yeah.
Look at Doc Savage cover.
Mm-hmm. And a bit of Bernie Wrightson in the way the vines are painted.
Mhm.
Is that his hair or is that a coconut on his head?
He has better hair than you.
I don't have any.
Exactly. Another series that Herman did with writer Greg, one of the best westerns in European comics is Comanche. It's being reprinted right now, so I get in volumes of 2 albums per of double albums. So I probably should see if I can get a collection. Is it available in English? If it is, it's not complete, and it's more likely you'll be able to find the British albums because Spirou was not licensed. It was not usually licensed by American publishers like Asterix or Tintin were. Comanche is a bit more hardcore.
Looks like the man with no name, Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
That's
Comanche was definitely influenced by spaghetti westerns. Also, writer Greg wanted to do a series that was more action oriented than what Charlier and Mobius were doing with Blueberry. And this one and the Devil Shouted with Joy. Even the album title feels like a spaghetti western title.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of those westerns with Trinity.
Yeah.
Her
Right.
name is Trinity.
Yeah. Bud Spencer and Terence Hill. I'm a big fan. I grew up watching Bud Spencer and Terence Hill movies. And there was a time when there were a couple of decades they weren't on TV, and I thought how sad it was that there was a new generation who grew up not watching Bud Spencer and Terence Hill.
Yeah.
It's a more recent Western series. This time Herman is working with his son, Eve H. So this is Duke. The new publisher that's reprinting Comanche is also putting these out. Oh, cool. Yeah, well, in French ranges, so we'll have an easier time getting all the volumes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, in terms of art, I think since Herman is older now, I think he's becoming more experimental in his old age. This one's titled
cool.
"I Am a Shadow."
It looks like a scene out of the movie The Unforgiven. That was a great Eastwood film with Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
This one,
Yeah.
this
These are
one is called "The
amazing
Last Time I
paintings,
Prayed."
man. Look at that.
Yeah.
Terence Hill, yeah.
Here's another one. It's funny how Herman keeps changing the scenery in every cover, and also the angle. It's not usual that you get scenes from above on westerns.
Yeah.
Because they try to do everything at eye level or at least horse level. Here's something that Herman actually wrote himself. So it's Jeremiah. This is a post-apocalyptic science fiction series, and it's actually been made into a TV show with Beverly Hills 90210 star Luke Perry.
Oh. You like that?
Yeah. So this is kind of based on that Star Trek episode where all the adults die and the planet's full of kids. But here the adults have died, and the kids who survived are now becoming adults without any adults having had any adult supervision. So they're trying to rebuild everything, but they don't know how. Here's another one. Yeah, this one actually looks like the Star Trek episode.
Wow.
Peak for Eternity. Yeah.
And what are the size of these books?
So they're album sized, French size. So they would be something like this Elric book. I'll show it later. Yeah.
So they're bigger than American comics.
Yeah, they're bigger than the Marvel graphic novels.
course, you had a show on Elric, a nice volume of that, which I probably can't get over here.
This is a very not a well-known series. It's called Ramiro, so it's set in the first half of the Middle Ages. And this is actually not a Herman series. It was created by William Vance, but Vance abandoned the series after 2 albums. And even though he's not credited here, Herman these ones that I'm showing, and even a Portuguese publisher decided to publish them. This is essentially a two-part story in these 2 albums.
Okay.
And even the art, the cover art is not by Herman. Only the interior art. The cover art is by William Vance. Vance has a style that's a little more subdued. He worked on 13. And here's another one.
Oh wow! Look at that.
That's up my alley right there.
This is the same team as the Duke series. This is the Devil of the Seven Seas. It's essentially a 2-part mini series. So there's only this album and the next one.
Negro Barbardo. Blackbeard.
No, it's the Devil of the Seven Seas.
No, I know. He looks like Blackbeard the pirate, Edward T.
Yeah, that would be Barba Negra.
Barba Negra. Okay. Well, I was close.
Yeah,
You were.
Just said it backwards.
This publisher Vitamina BD, they used to be owned by a comic shop, but then they stopped publishing comics themselves. So now a bunch of one-shots. This is about a Brazilian outlaw. This is written and drawn by Herman. And another one-shot, Zhongguo, espionage in China. And Blood Ties, another one-shot. In Summer of '57, this is a story about Elvis Presley, but Elvis is not a character. Not directly, at least.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bit different from the type of things that Herman does. And They Killed Wild Bill. So he always goes back to westerns even when he's writing. And that is it. So I did everything in one go, just in case I fall asleep later. Today I can stay longer. Yeah. Today I can stay longer because I don't work tomorrow. But with the way I've been sleeping, I might just nod off.
Well,
Good stuff, Paulo.
Well, we're going to see if the good captain can try to put you to sleep. So
yeah, put everybody to sleep. That's no problem.
Let's see which one gets sleep first.
I got all sorts of stuff here. I don't even know where to start. I just pulled out some random stuff.
No Ranger Slide, no Boa Morri. It wasn't published in Portuguese, and I only chose the Portuguese edition. Sorry.
I got 2001 Space Odyssey number 8, supposedly the first appearance of Machine Man.
wow.
Yep.
That's
I
cool.
say supposedly because I think they got the idea from this, from Tales of the Unexpected, number 98. There's a character in here called the Machine Man, and that's him right there.
Oh, that's neat.
Oh, look at the back of this. See? Model motoring. That's what I had. I had a model motoring racing set when I was about 12 or 13 years old. And I still got parts of it.
Mustang Cobra Jet. 390 cubic inches.
See, Paula would know that, man.
That's all right, Jackson. That's when I show all the redheaded damsels.
Let's see if I can. Well, I can't find that page. Here they refer to him as the Machine Man in this panel right here. I don't know if you can see it.
He's definitely, got machine parts.
Yep, and then
Was he like a cyborg, or is he straight up?
The Machine Man calls himself the Machine Man. And
the Machine Man is a robot who thinks he's human. I have the collected edition with all the from his main series. Unfortunately, because his early appearances were in 2001 title, they couldn't reprint those. So basically, I have an incomplete series.
Yeah, I found it interesting that what year was this? 1967 that this came out, and then of course they did this. What, I don't know, 1977. 10 years later, it came out with this. And then I got the first appearance of the Machine Man. I mean, not the first appearance, the first appearance in his own series.
Yeah.
Then what else did I pull out here? I got Death Rap number 8. That's from December '86. This is the first Xenozoic Tales.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
That's
I love Xenozoic Tales.
man,
I have that very large book that reprints all of the stories.
that'd be great.
Yes.
Got Mark Schultz art. Him and Dave Stevens are two very unique artists, man.
Yes.
Just beautiful artwork, those guys. Then I got, I don't know how I got this in the box, but Walt Disney's unbirthday party. So if anybody's got a birthday, have a happy unbirthday. 1951.
Nice.
And then we have one of my favorite comic books of Lois Lane, because she's in her bikini surrounded by all the little people. I wonder what those little people will do. Anyway, that is one of my favorite issues. I just love Dick Giordano.
Yes.
Yeah.
The great one.
No, the great one is you know who. Eric Breen knows who the great one is.
Try not to set off any alarms yet.
Fantastic. This is the Funnies number 53. I think this is by Elmer Cecil Stoner. It's from 1941. And Stoner was one of the first African American artists in comic books, way before Matt Baker.
Phantasmo. He was a weird kind of character too, wasn't he?
Who's that?
Phantasmo.
Oh yeah, he was pretty freaking weird.
That's wild. Yeah.
Room and he's half naked
awesome.
there. But,
what year is that, Captain? That's kind of old, right?
Yeah, it's 1941.
Okay.
And Elmer Cecil Stoner, he did a story in the very first it was in Detective Comics. I think it was number 1. I didn't write any note on the back of this, but it could have been Detective Comics number 1 from 1937 that the first Detective came out?
Yeah, I think you're right.
37.
And he supposedly did stories in there. The same guy that does his cover, he did stories in that, or at least one of the stories. And it's kind of interesting. I'd have to do a little bit more research. But then I got Variety Comics number 1 here. This has the first appearance of got a little bondage going on up there, but male bondage, male bondage, and then, there's some more bondage going on up here, but it looks like she just got out of the bondage situation. But the first appearance of what is this guy's name, man? What the hell is this guy's name again? This guy right here, I think Captain Valiant. Well, anyway, that's his first appearance.
Huh.
And there's some other ones, some other first appearances in here that I can't. A female investigator. First appearance of Terry. This has the first appearance of Terry Temple, I think. Terry Temple, female investigator, female detective. So she would have to be one of the early detective female cops in comics. And then I got number 3 from 1946. It's kind of weird because number 3 comes out in 1946 and number 1 came out in 1944. So, and number 2 I think came out in 45. It's like comes out once a year or something. I don't know. But, yeah, I got some other stuff, but I'll let somebody else go.
Okay,
Wow, that's awesome stuff.
that was great.
Very good.
Let's see, we'll go to Charlton. There
It
you
is
go.
on. All right, how's everybody doing?
Hey, Steve.
First of all, this is the artist that Captain was talking about, Elmer Cecil Stoner.
Oh yeah, you pulled it right out.
Yeah, and it's in this book, Visible Men,
Okay, yeah. I don't
and
have that book.
he did Blue Beetle and the Challenger,
Wow.
and here's this awesome another issue. This is him later in life. He did advertising. He did painted high-end advertisements. You know, what the public would say. I mean, comic books are great, but you know, you do advertising, you're in the money, and that's a issue of funnies he did. Cool cover.
Yeah, the Phantasmo.
Yeah. Some of his more illustrations he did for advertisement. But yeah, this is a great book.
You have to find out when you get time, Steve, if he did any of the stories or artwork in the first issue of Detective Comics.
Okay, I'll take a picture of the blurb and send it to you. And talking about good deeds, I got an awesome AOK from our good Captain Strange Life. He sent me comics and some books. I know it's a comic channel and everything, but we're going to go over the books because they're very cool. First, one of the comics he sent, number 14, 1969, from the notes on the back. He sent to me.
That's awesome.
And this great Indian chief, number 23 from 1956.
Yeah.
And Zane Grey's King of the Royal Mounted, which I'm going to read tonight.
Whoa, cool.
Yeah, very cool. And Idaho from Dell, number 8 from 1965.
That's what she said, standing on the corner.
And a cool lobby card, Saddle in the Wind from an MGM 1957 picture, which is very neat. Those are my lobby card collection.
I forgot I sent it.
Yeah, it was in the bag.
Who was the guy with the cup there, Steve?
I don't know. I can't tell who that is.
That's a famous actor. Oh.
It looked for a second like DeForest Kelly, but
yeah.
Okay, I see who it is.
He's a famous actor.
I can't think of his name now.
Damn.
And this great book. We talk about haunted bookstores and stuff. And there's various books out there about that. So he sent this along, which very interesting in reading the flaps on the book. This would be a good read. Quiet Neighbors.
Yeah, I haven't started to read that yet, but I'm interested in reading.
And I didn't know. Did you know I was into Fenimore Cooper, Captain?
I heard you mention him.
Okay, because I am big time. He sent me this awesome gold leaf Last of the Mohicans from James Fenimore Cooper. Gold on the end pages, 24 karat gold, nice volume.
I think you're right, Ranger Robert Taylor.
Yeah,
Yes.
Robert Taylor, exactly.
Ranger would know. Yes.
And it's got awesome silk on the inside and a signed card. I'll get that later. But there's Fenimore Cooper. It's all leather. And this has been one of my endeavors since I was a child, reading the Leather Stocking Tales by Fenimore Cooper. I've collected the books when I see them, hardbound, paperback, the Smithsonian collection and everything else. And this is a wonderful addition to the collection. Thank you for the AOK, Captain. I appreciate that.
No problem.
It's very
Nothing
nice.
like hanging out and having a good cup of coffee in the
Oh,
spring morning and reading the book.
Nice.
yes, absolutely. I'm really looking forward to it, and I do appreciate this. And of course, she sent me a little note, which is great. So we're going to be comic light today. Got a few toys and some books I picked up. One of the books I picked up was The Complete Weird Tales of the Conan, Robert E. Howard's Conan. So I'm going to jump into this.
It looks pretty thick.
Yeah, it's a pretty thick book. And it was only like $24 or something. Very cheap. I was very happy. Alter Ego 182.
Cool.
Yeah. And the Neil Adams, which you saw, I know Eric and a couple of people I think showed this already, but I didn't pick up mine until the other day.
Yeah, I have to still get mine.
And this book is great, what I've been reading so far. Desegregating Comics, Debating Blackness in the Golden Age of American Comics, which this came out from Rutgers University Press, so it's kind of pricey for a little paperback. I don't say little, but it's got stuff in it. I mean, it's got a lot of text, so it's not profusely illustrated by any, a lot of comic book stuff in it.
I saw that on Instagram. Your post when you posted.
Yeah, I did post this on Instagram.
I got prints of that. I got some high definition prints of those.
Oh, that cover?
Of that cover in black and white. I never saw it in color before.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah, it's a great read if you're into the history of comics and stuff. It's an awesome read. Couple toys. Ratu was showing the catalog for Captain Action and made me want to dig out my Captain Action stuff. These are not original. They're the Playing Mantis reproductions of Captain Action. Got the really cool shoebox, and it's still got everything inside.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
Got his gun. Oh,
that's awesome.
A little extra.
Steve's dropping it all today.
I know. Little stickers. Complete. That's the Captain Action. Again, they're the repos, but they're fun. And of course, Dr. Evil. The box cover, Jerry Ordway did the back. And I think Infantino did this. I think. Oh yeah, Michael, you need to start. Alter Ego and back issue are well worth it.
Mm-hmm.
This is got his little necklace on him. He's got his extra head, or his mask face, or what he looks like. But this is his actual head.
Look at that!
His funky sandals. But he's got that, and the head, and his little ray gun. On the floor. I'm dropping everything tonight, guys. Got that, and those are the two figures I have. However, I've got the Lone Ranger play set.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
In the back, got the other place that you can get. I want the Phantom one, but
That would be a good one to have.
Yes.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
Phantom or the Green
Who's putting
Hornet,
that
you know.
out? Who's putting those out again?
This was Playing Mantis.
Praying Mantis. Okay.
Playing Playing. This is from I think 2000. Green Hornet.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, it's got a lot of stuff. Got a radio.
Yeah, look at that, man.
Got these little
Jeez.
loafers.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
man.
gun. There it is. Yeah.
Gas gun and gas stick. Little phone.
Meyer Greenblatt would know the answer to this question. But
Every time
Yeah.
Steve comes on, it costs me money. I know. I want that now.
This was a
oh,
special
wow.
look at there.
Hello.
Wow.
Captain Action, the Captain America one, got the Golden Age and the Silver Age. Obviously, the shields and the heads, hands, gloves, belts, boots. The Hawkeye, you're supposed to assemble the Hawkeye one. And I've never seen it. I mean, I've looked online, but not very much of what the Hawkeye looks like. But apparently, you can get Iron Man, which I haven't seen before.
Thor.
Goodness.
Have you thought about breaking those out and putting them together,
I
Steve?
have, if I have a place to pose them, I'm running
Right.
out of room. I don't have the place for them right now, but I really
Yeah.
want to get them out and display them. I really do.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you go on Amazon or other sources?
Oh, this I bought. These I bought from Comic Cons.
Oh, okay.
One the Captain Action, the Lone Ranger, I found it at Toys R Us. Green Hornet was at a Comic Con, and this was exclusive to Baltimore. Well, the Comic Cons of that summer
Oh, I see.
when Marvel was doing it along with another company through Captain Action. They're selling all this Captain Action stuff, and they're setting booths throughout different cons, and certain ones were. And that was my understanding.
Wow.
Captain Action set.
Cool, man.
That's all I got for right now, guys.
That's a lot, man. I have to
Awesome
check
stuff.
those out now.
Yeah. Next week, Steve's going to knock that wall out and make room for all these. So
I would if I knew how to do it. That bedroom behind me, that wall would be down if I knew how to do it.
Yeah.
quick glance at Paulo. He appears to be awake as we head to Jambo.
All right. Well, I'll put him to sleep. Nobody else could. Well, some new stuff. Vampire Supermilla.
Oh wow, that's a great cover.
Yeah, I missed a couple of these.
It looks old. It looks like an old painting.
Yeah, it does. Pretty cool. And this one was a Frazetta.
Oh, nice.
Always good to see those again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bronze Age Wonder Woman.
Oh,
nice.
look at that. That's a great cover.
Oh, that's a great one.
I haven't seen that. And it's not too far in the past.
No. Advertising Superman #2, the movie. And the Champions.
That was a great series of Champions, you know.
I
It
like
was.
it.
They were fun reads.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, they just can't produce stuff like that again.
If Rod was here, he would like this one.
Oh yeah.
Who's the cover artist?
Gotta be somebody we know, right?
That's
What do they call them?
Must be Romita, right?
No, he like.
well, I mean, Ramita's trying to cut into the excitement there by heavy-handed inking, but
Oh,
We got the beat up edition of Justice League #6.
Very cool. Always like that cover.
Yeah.
They got an animated cover online where they're spinning around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
And this nice alien world with the Xenozoic tails.
Oh, that's
I don't think that's Schultz though. I believe it's somebody else.
That snake's
Yeah,
gonna
those
get
are,
her.
those are great.
Mm.
Yeah,
That whole series was great. I got a complete run of that. It's very nice. Great covers and stories,
I like those.
artwork.
And got a
Ah, cool.
Marvel
Ooh.
81.
Rocket ship cover.
Yeah, the bad guy there is Mr. Adam. Yeah, I forgot his name there. Mr. Adam. I think he was in a couple of issues. And I got this is a Seduction of the Innocent book, but it's really beat.
Oh,
It's a great jungle cover.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I have
bonded.
that.
I never see it.
Never saw it.
Great.
Yeah,
I like
Zeke
the title.
Davis.
Will of God. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
It's number 10, but it's actually number 1, the first one.
Yeah, that is the first one.
Now I'm hearing Duran Duran in my head now. Thank you.
Uh,
I thought
Saunders cover.
it was the only one.
No, I'm hearing it in my head.
Good old Norman Saunders.
That's awesome.
And I'll show one more thing here from 1939.
Oh, nice.
The Shadow.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I guess this is
That was
Street
cool.
Smith.
Yes.
Yes, it is. It was in pretty decent shape. The pages
Very
were
nice shape.
and stuff. You know, for an old pulp.
Man,
That's a good one too.
Yeah. I read a
Nice.
little bit of it, so I haven't got to read the whole thing yet. But
Yeah, you gotta do it carefully, man. You gotta do it piecemeal, you know.
yeah, I'm not wanting to crack it wide open
Yes,
because
yes.
it's so old. It's about 80 years old, so yeah, I don't know where I.
Oh,
some
cool.
stuff. 126. And let's see, I've got an Iron Man here. I'll show you guys.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one. I like that cover a lot.
Who is this? Is this Kirby?
I think it's Milgram. I think.
That's not
Is it?
Kirby, I don't think. No.
I think it might be Milgram.
97.
Great cover. I always like the guardsman's armor. I thought it looked
Yeah.
cool.
Clean up this week. Yes, I need to clean up.
Can't be any
Okay.
worse than me.
all right, Jambo. That was great, great stuff.
Good stuff.
And Eric Breen has requested to follow that. So
I did. I guess
yeah, you always do.
I did. All right. Let's see. Tradition must be adhered to.
Oh wow. Such an obscure issue too. That's funny.
We'll start with what came out today. The 800th issue of The Flash. And put the 800 in quotation marks. Batman 136. This is a week late for most people. Got this last week, but Joe Corallo's book. This is the last issue of that. Let's see. This shows some newer stuff that I've been reading. Got to keep Jambo engaged.
Wow, look at that.
All right.
That is.
That's,
oh,
by the way,
decent
Jambo,
cover.
that Justice League you showed, if you send that over to Steve, it'll be a 9.4 as soon as it gets in.
Yeah.
There's Blair number 7.
The Nature Boy.
Oh,
Mark Beecham did the art too, and that's another woo. Here's number 8.
Wow.
One of the other characters from the Champions, Rose. Here's some I dug up that sort of like a parody, but I need to find the second issue because this was actually fun.
oh, it looks neat.
It was. I said it was. Every once in a while, I come up with like that Atomic Avenue a couple weeks ago. This Also part of the League of Champions. It was mid.
Got a cool outfit.
There's Tigers.
Vicious.
And let's see. Wake up, Jamie.
Ah, there you go.
Becoming a sucker for Dave Stevens covers. Here's an EC reprints.
Those are getting pricey too.
And if I showed these 3 weeks ago, I apologize. There's nothing left between my ears anymore, and you can make all the jokes you want out of that, Jackson. Fly number 1.
Oh, I love those books.
Steranko, right?
Neighbors, right?
Yeah, Neighbors was definitely part of it. I don't know if he was inking over something.
Steranko did 1 or 2 of those, I know.
Yes, you're right.
Number 2. And I'm about to trample a sacred cow here. Here's number 3. I think it was in issue 4. I mean, they had all these really interesting plots going, and they turned the writing and art over to Steve Ditko, and he said, "Nah, we're just going to make him a objectivist prick or whatever the hell all his characters ended up being at this time." There's number 6. And to close this out, first I gotta say, shamelessly plug what Mike and I were doing last weekend. Here's the 2 issues that we massacred on the show. You don't see Lotus, the female member, voiced by yours truly. And I was the big man who also turns out to be a woman.
That's right.
But did her Edward G. Robinson style. And last but not least, I looked, and apparently nobody's touched these since I bought the first 10, so I figured why not just go once more into the breach. Number 11, Eerie, and the 11th, Creepy.
Nice.
Man.
Expensive to complete that.
Yeah, he sells them to be really cheap, but the problem isn't the expense; it's the time. Yeah, I've got 2 of each of them read, so now I only have 9 more of each to read.
Well,
anyway, I know we're not a bunch of handsome guys here, and I know that even more now with this new computer. But you don't need to have me on full screen anymore.
Well,
Hey, I got the captain was right. He did do a story in Detective 1, the Speed Saunders story.
which one was it?
Speed Saunders.
Okay.
You're right. In Detective Comics 1. He's the first one to work, first African American to work for DC in a major publishing house. And even though it's credited to another artist, it's his work.
Oh, man.
Speed Saunders was the main strip before Batman started.
Mm.
Well, he could have been the first African American in comic books. Because
That's what they're saying. I think they're saying that.
1937.
1937, yeah. Before all the other publishers were, getting other artists to come in.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great book. I highly recommend it to you guys.
When did Crazy Cat started?
1918, right? Something like that?
Well, because George Harriman was black.
19, that had to have been at the turn of the century. I mean, like late teens, right?
I guess. I'm really not sure when it's.
I would have guessed
old.
1920, but you might be right.
Crazy Cat. That's a crazy strip.
Well, while we're looking up Crazy Cat's start date, which I can't wait till he finds out. I'd also like somebody to do some research on this for me. It's kind of like a trade, but it's 1970. And I think it was some older comics of its day
Oh wow, it has to be. That looks wonderful.
Just based on the art. I don't count. I don't count this as a real comic as far as I want to see word balloons. It's kind of like the Prince Valiant, where they have text everywhere. But not that I'm nitpicky on that. I just I don't know if anyone's that. This seems to be a back cover, and then here's another book. So I don't know, but every time I look it up, I always get the same cover image that other people have heard of this. So, but it's 1970, and I keep it on the bookshelf. I don't really keep it with comics, but
Charlton Heston on the cover. Does it look like Charlton Heston in the Ten Commandments?
well,
Kind of. No.
for those of you people watching later, feel free to put in the comment who you think it looks like. Comment below. So a little atlas for you.
Oh, I'm frozen.
This looks great. It is just so sad that this could not have lasted.
I wonder
Oh, yeah.
whatever happened to that guy that he bought the rights to all those Atlas characters, and supposedly there were going to be movies and all sorts of stuff, and nothing ever happened.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, I do recall that too. I don't know. It's a good call.
It just looks great to me. It's right
Yeah,
up
those
my
are
alley.
great. Those are great books.
Artistically, and this girl, that's got to be Thundra, you know.
Mhm. But solid art, good stories, crazy characters. It's just fun.
Yes. And you were wondering, do I have all four? Yes.
All right.
Nice.
I'm probably like all you guys. When I was young, I thought, wow, this is my chance to get in on the ground floor of some company.
Yes.
I'm going to be rich.
Absolutely. hmm These are first issues. Wow, you know.
Yeah.
They didn't put a lot of first issues out back.
The ads are different too. It's not what you're used to.
Right.
They're still
I've never seen that in real life, that box. I've never seen one. Have you, Captain?
No.
It's a full color comic box to hold your comics.
I've got other boxes, but nothing like that. That whole comic.
Yeah.
I've got you at last.
That mustache is kind of out of date on that dude. Like 1920 or something.
It's coming out of his nose.
He went on to have a fine career as a relief pitcher, mostly with the Oakland A's.
Oh, I thought it was Barney Miller, but and there you go, another Unknown Worlds.
Sweet.
They're just so oddball, zany. Nothing can stop me now. I mean, what writing?
Yeah. And it works. What works?
And when you tackle the devil, it's always good to try judo.
Yeah, he's not expecting that.
Very effective, yes. Somebody sprung a leak. All right.
Sorry, just pouring.
That's
some
right.
coffee. Just pouring some coffee. Dude.
Here's an invisible tiger for you. It's
Wow.
disappearing. Based on an idea by Vince Coletta. Not every one of these jokes is going to work. You grandfather clock fans, rejoice.
Rejoice.
And remember, you can make the tiger disappear. You can also do the same thing to the bear.
Wow.
I would not drink the water.
No, catch a leprechaun and you find a pot of gold.
And he could talk underwater, so
Where's me Lucky Charms?
Lucky Charms. Nobody's after me, Lucky Charms.
yes. What an outfit, ladies and gentlemen. What an outfit.
Yeah.
You know, hey, Mike, I just heard Strange Life's impression. We need to get him to do every cop in every comic we do
Yes.
now, since they're all Irish.
I've been wanting to get on there, you know. But
The great battle, two rivals. Indians have always hated helicopters, so
Yeah. I heard that was a big problem.
oh yeah. Big whirly bird.
Blue Wall. That was Kurt Schaffenberger, right?
Yeah, someone said that's true, right?
Yeah.
And
Pseudonym for Kurt Schaffenberger.
off the bookshelf is a little Flash Gordon for you.
Ah,
Oh, nice.
very nice.
Yeah, now that looks like Flash Gordon.
That's great. Alex Raymond, man, can be beat. Wow.
I
Beautiful.
remember it was about 2 years ago, and I showed this to Paulo. I had Paulo on a Saturday morning, long time ago, and I noticed that in reading this is the beginning of Flash Gordon. Oh, here's another great cool shot.
Wow. That's amazing.
Look at the line work in there.
Planet Earth is in danger, so Flash gets up there as soon as he can, and then he gets involved with all of these aliens and Ming and fighting, and at some point you think, hey, isn't Earth in danger? Weren't you supposed to save Earth? I mean, like any day now, Earth was gonna be destroyed. So, but oh well. And that's it. So we will run off to somebody else now, and I'll get caught up with the chat. Paulo's already ran through, so we'll run through Captain again.
Oh, me?
He looks observant. There's Jambo. We'll see. He's awake. So
The Walt Newton guys, they came up with some lame brain explanation that why the planet Mongo just disappeared before it crashed, and leaving Flash and Dalen Zarkov stuck on planet Mongo, but because it's supposed to come from a parallel dimension, and then it went back to the parallel dimension.
Yeah, those crazy Walt Newton guys.
Well, they do sometimes come up with some interesting explanations.
Oh, yeah.
But ultimately,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Here's something. I posted this on Instagram. These are quick readers. They came out in the 1940s. Right now, it's the only one that I have. I got other ones that I'm looking for and that I have coming, but
Oh wow.
Oh, neat.
I don't know
Wow.
who does the cover art or the illustrations on the inside, but let's see if I can find it. I got to do some research, and there's nothing on the internet to indicate that who the artist might be on any of these. I don't.
Miranda. That's neat.
Oh yeah.
Pretty cool.
Wow.
But they're really small, but they have some really beautiful cover art.
It looks like it looks like a book. The way they design that looks like a little book cover,
I know.
little
Look at
hardbound.
it. That's
Wow.
the way, that's the way it looks. Yeah, that's how they designed
That's
it.
neat.
Yeah.
Did you say
Huh.
what year? I missed it.
They were in the early mid 40s. This is 1945 by Royce Publishers in Chicago, Illinois.
Wow.
Royce Publishers, Chicago, Illinois, and this is number 140. So there's a lot of other ones.
Goodness.
I've never seen these before until about a couple weeks ago. It's the first time I ever saw any of these, and I had to pick this up. Then for Steve, we like those books on that have mysteries and suspense surrounding bookstores. The one that I got started on that he showed on Instagram was the Haunted Bookstore by Christopher Morley, and I found out that this was the first one that he published.
Mm-hmm. That's right. It was a mobile bookstore, right?
A mobile bookstore, right?
Yeah.
So that came out first. So I stopped.
Okay.
I read 2 chapters of the other book, and I stopped, and then because I found out about this, and then I decided to get this and read this.
Okay. Yeah, Paradise on Wheels, absolutely.
Parnas is and then I got some of these here, the Whitman copies. They're also published in the 1940s.
Oh, look at that.
Man.
That's cool.
Yeah, and they got they're not really that expensive either. Published by Whitman in Racine, Wisconsin, and they publish news stories based on the scripts in the newspapers by Chester Gould. This is from 1943, and it's published by Chicago Tribune. Or copyrighted by the Chicago Tribune. It's a news story by Chester Gould. So this is a story that was never published before in the newspapers or in comic book form. This is the first time.
Is it one panel of art on a page, like a big little book? Or?
No, there's illustrations in here, but it's mainly actually a book with some illustrations in it.
Okay. The
Just
occasional
a hardback book with illustrations.
Okay.
Who signed it, Captain?
Pardon me?
Who signed it?
Oh, yeah. This is what I like about a lot of these. I don't consider this to be a defect at all. This is from February 19th, 1949. Harold Wagner, it says. To Harold Wagner from Miss Lydia A. Catherman.
Oh, that's cool.
That's nice. Yeah.
Must be
Yeah.
Honus Wagner's little brother.
And they have a list of what's available on the back. So I've been picking these up when I can find them in decent condition. Huh?
Captain Fireball says he has one of those with Blondie.
Oh yeah, yeah. Did they come out with Blondie one? Let me check this out. Brenda Starr. Yeah, they had 3 of them with Blondie.
I know there's some Gene Autry ones, right?
Gene Autry.
I think I have some.
They have Red Ryder. I know that. Roy Rogers.
Oh.
And Gene Autry as well.
Yeah.
So this is Milton Caniff, April Kane, and the Dragon Lady.
Oh, neat.
Oh.
Those are just so cool to have on your bookshelf.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it's something to read because they're new stories. They're not reprints of.
Yeah.
Okay. See, here's a new story based on the famous newspaper strip, Terry and the Pirates. And this one is published in 1939, Chicago
Wow.
Tribune, Famous Artist Syndicate, Chicago, Illinois. Everything seems to be from Chicago. So I'm, happy to have these, and then
Oh yeah.
it breaks the monotony from reading the comics. I mean, today, if I read a comic book from today, it takes me less than about 4 minutes, 3 minutes to read it. A book takes a lot longer than that. Here's Red Rider.
Oh yeah.
The Mystery of Whispering Walls.
Man.
So this is a new story by Fred Harmon, 1941.
That's cool.
Yeah, I've been digging these books because they're not like you can get them for like $12 or something, and then you have something more solid to read when you want to break the monotony of the constant reading of comic books. Then I got this. It's Boots, which I never heard of her before, but she, I guess, was a comic strip character.
Yeah.
Involved in mysterious adventures. Let's see what this is. I put this interleaving paper in there. It's buffered. It, absorbs any odors and stuff. And then I put these Mylar book jacket covers on it, like they do in bookstores. This is
Oh yeah.
So I buy a roll of it on Amazon, and I put them on all of my books, protect
Pretty
them,
neat.
except the leather bounds. So this is an authorized edition. This is 1943.
Wow.
These are great books, man.
Yeah.
I can't.
No argument here.
I can't wait to start digging into some of these. Oh, here's that corner store book.
Oh yeah. I saw on your Instagram post.
Yeah, this is
Great.
great. I'm gonna try to make posters of this cover. I
Looks
did
like
make
Norman
one.
Rockwell.
I have another copy of this somewhere. This is my second copy. I bought this one because I think the cover is a lot better than the cover on my other book that I have. But it takes place in 1939, the early 40s, but it just might as well take place in the 1950s because it's all about the corner store, and it was a gathering place for the whole neighborhood, and you can get everything that you wanted there. Comic books, if you look at it closely, you can see. I think you can see comic books on the magazine rack back there.
Mm-hmm.
I had to put it under a microscope to see it, but it's there. So it's pretty cool. You got everything in there. You got your tobacco for those that like tobacco. You got a place where you can sit down and have a hamburger, read your magazines, and you got a soda fountain back there, and they even got a little black kid coming in there, and no problem or anything with that. They have back here, if you'll notice, there's a black cop on the beat right there. So that's kind of a first, but it's cool. It's really a great book. And a couple more, that'll be done. Here's the one that started it all.
Yeah.
Steve
Yeah.
Graham, the bookshop. Christopher Morley. This is great. I read 2 chapters, and it's so great. And then I got the Invisible Scarlet O'Neil.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
And
great.
she first appeared around 1940 in the newspaper strips.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, I think she was in the comic books and Famous Funnies reprint stories. She appeared in comic books, Famous Funnies, and Harvey Comics. I think she was a backup feature in maybe Black Cat or Black Cat Mystery. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think her first comic book appearance was in Famous Funnies back in 1941. I don't remember what issue it was though. I have some of the famous funnies with her in it.
Cool.
She was probably one of the first, if not the first, actual real female superhero. But that's a matter of controversy and matter of your opinion. I think that what's her name? Shanna the She Devil. She appeared in what's it? Jumbo
yeah, number one.
Jumbo Comics number 1, 1937. But she was a heroine.
Right.
Shanna the Jungle Girl or She Devil. But I don't know if you can classify her as a superhero. But maybe I don't. But somebody with actual superpowers. I think this
Mhm.
might have been the
Yeah.
first one. So, well, that's what I got, man.
Good stuff.
Oh, here, let me show you something. I didn't even open this up yet. You believe that somebody sent me a book, and this is how it came.
Oh no!
I'm not kidding you.
Oh my goodness!
Let me. I gotta take off.
You might have a snack in there too, Captain.
Yeah, it could be, but that's how it came. You know.
That is pathetic.
Look at it. There's a book in here. One of the, it's one of the Whitman books like this, you know. But I didn't want to.
Oh my goodness!
But it's. I can feel that they used a lot of bubble wrap, so the book is well protected. And,
you know, we're laughing at that, but it's better than a little mailer envelope. But
Yeah.
Even the bubble mailers are bad because if you put a book
I think
in a
we've all
bubble
got
mailer,
those in the mail.
Yeah.
You know, you throw a book like this in a bubble mailer, unprotected on the edges or anything, they think that's enough. Just put it in a bubble mailer. But you can get the edges dented. You can get all sorts of damage on it, and that's happened to me so many times. And I had to call the guys on it, and it's crazy.
That's nuts.
Amazon does that. I had a Epic X-Men, Marvel X-Men, and they just put it in an envelope, and mailman tossed it on my porch. Well, it rained that day. By the time I got home, and they have a little place for you to write a little comment, and I said, if only Amazon had experience with books.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who reads their comments, but I'm sure my humor was
lost.
You know?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Hey, Paulo is still awake. We do a little check.
he looks like he's barely awake. You know.
Yeah, because I have to wake up about almost 2 hours earlier than I was used to. So, so staying up is a bit harder, even if I have nothing to do tomorrow.
But like all of our fans, he just can't stay away, and we
appreciate it, Paulo.
And speaking of someone who can't stay away, here's Jambo.
All right. We'll bring the good captain here.
Oh, wow.
You know, I was trying to find that book, that Wild Boy book, Jungle Book that
I bet yours looks probably better than that one of mine.
It's in here somewhere. I couldn't find it. I wanted
to
show
that one, Micah.
No, mine was the Destructor.
Okay.
Fog Beast. You know, that Atlas had some titles that I forgot that they had.
Oh, cool.
Bill Feldstein, yeah.
That's cool.
I'd take those all day.
Good girl.
Great stuff. Space
there you go. Yeah, good old Jim Aparo right there. I love that cover.
The Imitation People. That looks rather psychedelic there.
Beat up outer space.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah.
Rocket X-140.
Great cover.
Giant jackpot prizes.
Yes.
Giant hand cover.
All right. This is for Eric.
Ooh.
Mac Bolan.
There you go, the Big Thunder.
So,
That's awesome.
yeah, I got it strictly for the story. It wasn't a cover by.
Of course not.
I had about 30 paperbacks at one time.
Yeah, I had a lot of them too, man. I was in the Navy. That's all I read was Mac Bolan books.
Cheetah. And some more Alien Worlds.
Cool.
Oh, Dave Stevens, man, look at that. That's what I mean. Dave Stevens and Schultz, they just fantastic
That
art.
little critter is scared to death there.
Yeah.
We're not gonna make it.
There you go.
Airboy.
Yeah, I've got mine bound with my Airboy bound sets.
I've got some of the Airboy series with the Valkyrie in them, but the old ones, and they just don't look as good as Dave Stevens' version of it.
Yeah.
That's a great round window. That's what everybody's thinking.
It's like she's modeling it, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the window is clearly too much for young Davy.
Yeah. Oh, look at there.
Ooh, nice.
There's number 7.
Beautiful. Beautiful. What a nincompoop. He's putting all sorts of stuff in his story.
Yeah.
Jughead is not impressed.
No, he's asexual now, you know. He always was, I think.
That's rumor.
Yeah, well,
That's what I think he always was.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Okay, Jimbo.
he was indifferent. Let's put it that way. He would rather have a full stomach than anything else, I think.
I like to think he was just very focused.
He was.
focused on his food.
He enjoyed a good meal. So
Exactly.
Yeah, you should go for a traditional girl. One who would get him by the stomach.
Yes.
ah,
Yeah. All right, Mr. Breen.
Did I miss Steve's round?
Yeah, I haven't gone yet before Eric.
Oh,
I was gonna say that's.
It's okay. I got Pulps to show.
I know it's slipping between my ears, but I didn't think it had gotten that bad.
Hey, speaking of Airboy, did anyone read that James Robinson miniseries?
no, I didn't read it yet. No.
Oh, it's some bizarre stuff.
Really?
Did you like
Yeah,
it?
I liked it, but it was weird. It was some crazy stuff. I don't know what's going on with the guy, but it was.
Well, he was heavily into drugs at the time.
Well,
James Robinson, not Airboy.
It makes sense. A lot of crazy stuff happened, and I don't want to give anything away. But if you do see the
He had
series,
some bizarre adventures anyway, but I mean,
prepare to be shocked on some stuff. It's really, it's how should I say? Not give anything away. It's gratuitous in ways, but it tells a story, and the ending is it's a good way of bringing Airboy into the modern world. But you got to go through I can't explain it without giving it away. You just got to get it and read it. It's worth it if you're into Airboy. I put you that way. All right, enough of that. I picked up some Pulps. I got a Pulp collection that I got for a song. Mostly astounding science fiction, which I'm into, of course, sci-fi, but also old radio shows and X-1 and Dimension X.
Yeah.
Took a lot of the stories from Astounding, and I'm hoping to find some of them stories, but I haven't yet. I've not looked through the whole collection. You can see over my shoulder. There's part of them right there. There's two stacks. Wow. There's a stack there, a stack next to it, a stack behind it. And I got these as well. This is from 47.
Nice.
Astounding. This is from... Look at this crazy guy. Listerine shaving cream.
He's excited about a good shave, right?
Just shaved his tongue.
He's pretty happy, man. This is from 44, May of 44.
Man.
And this is from 46, October 46.
Oh, wow.
I won't go through all the dates, but I'll just show the covers on these. But these were, they were less than $1.25 a piece. I'll put you that way.
Man.
Wow.
Stack I got, it came to $1.25 a piece.
Oh man, I'm envious.
Some of them are not, some of the spines are not the best. Of some of them, maybe about 3 or 4, but most of them are like this, which are very readable.
Wow.
Yeah. My shop had them, had a box, knew I was into them, and said, Steve, got this box. It was $62, I think, for this whole box. It was a short box going this way, and stuff on top, this stuff's up in the sides. There's some Avon, too. There's some Avon fantasies.
Oh, wow.
Lovecraft and Robert E. Howard.
Some
I'll
weird,
show it next week.
weird tales or anything like that?
No, I wish. Nothing weird tales.
Hey,
It's all
hello to Gotham City.
sci-fi fantasy of Avon.
Mm.
So I got, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Very cool, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great stuff. What the hell is man?
Lately, I've been getting too many pulps. I've got to stop.
Yeah.
You're getting into that rabbit hole, right?
Yeah, man. It's one of those things where you collect stuff and it all like comic books, pulps, as everyone knows, and records and music and sci-fi. The next thing you know,
Yeah, it's all part of
all
part of the culture that surrounds it.
And pinball machines, and the next thing you know, you're buying a house that used to be a funeral parlor just to put it all in.
Yeah. With an elevator.
It's a museum.
An elevator.
It's a museum, man. He should open up as a museum. I really do think that people would see.
Yeah.
That's still the most, the first one of his videos I ever watched. That's the most slack jawed I've ever been on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I've seen some really large chests on there before YouTube started censoring that kind of content. I'm saying it just.
All right, and we look forward to seeing him again next week. He's taking the week off tonight.
Oh yeah.
We will go to Breen. He can't put it off any longer.
Somewhere in my garage, I have 2 or 3 really big boxes of stuff like Amazing Heroes, whatever this like you showed, just a bunch like Mike Shane mysteries. I gotta dig those up.
Oh, that's cool.
Before the cockroaches get them. All right, that's it. Again, tradition. Hit here, blah blah.
No, the Destructor.
There we go.
If one's not enough, here, take 2. All right.
I agree, Recess.
Yes, grabbed a handful out of a box.
Crisis
number 5. Number 6.
The pressure's on.
I got it here, Maranya. Yeah, spoiler. They croaked Supergirl.
No.
I didn't know that. Wow, thanks.
And they croaked the Flash.
The Flash too.
There's an Action Comics.
Nice.
There's Spider-Man 57. The Power of Kazar.
Kazar.
Not when I sing it, sir. I'll say did the voice for the kangaroo.
The kangaroo, that's amazing.
There's Avengers 91.
That kangaroo movie's gonna be awesome.
I know. James Gunn, man, that's all he's been talking about was kangaroo and Ace Not Pete.
Oh, what a great swamp creature!
Hey,
Right there.
great
Tweeted
boy.
it.
Captain America 122.
Nice.
Yeah, a second. the bags and boards that I use to work with are all falling over on me. It's annoying. Okay. There's Captain America 163. Dead of Night, numero uno.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Hey, buddy.
That's one of my favorite Dead of Night covers right there.
Defenders number 7.
Yeah.
Number 28.
Hmm.
And we jump into the very underrated Defenders run.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is Demon number 1.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Nice Kirby.
A Doctor Strange from the all too short continuation of the Strange Tales series. This is something that came out about 42 or 3 years ago. Being a baseball fan, I figured, why not?
$1, one thin dollar.
Yeah. There's 4th appearance of the Doom Patrol.
Nice. Great book.
And the, I don't know, I suck at math.
Whoa.
Appearance of
I like that villain.
As I pointed out on the Geeky Puppet Show last week, this is the Beast Boy Sucks variant of Doom Patrol. That's why they call them Changeling Kids. Is number 109.
Oh, yeah. It's one of my favorite covers.
They get such great covers, but I don't know why.
Monster cover.
There's number 120.
Ooh.
Yeah, this series was, like I said, for the superhero stuff DC was doing at the time, this was light years ahead of those.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely agree.
And since Captain Strange Life would be disappointed in me if I didn't give him a little touch of romance.
Yeah.
And while I was able to scratch his itch, sorry, Maranya, no Gil Kane tonight.
Wow. Well then.
I know, how can I? Usually there's like, can't even swing a dead cats without hitting a cane. See what I did there?
Dead cats. I get that. Eli cats, dead cats. Very good.
They all waited 3 weeks for that one.
Well done.
All right. Has anybody got anything else?
Can I make a couple cheap plugs before we go?
Yeah.
Wes, Joe Corallo, and I came out of retirement. I would say Wes's last name, but I'll be damned if I can remember it. On the Thinking Critical channel, we did a retrospective of Spider-Man 33. That came out a couple days ago. And I made another video with Wes where I basically contradict a little bit of the one I made before that, talking about Dawn of DC. So, if you folks would be so kind as to check those out,
Oh, yeah.
that'd be nice.
Yeah, I watch that a lot. I think it's a great show because he's got a lot of information on there and opinions on what's going on in the comic book industry. I agree with him, like 99% of what he's talking about.
You popped up in one of the comment sections, I remember. I can't remember which one now, but
Yeah.
I said in his Saturday show, I always liked, but it's up against Rod and hey, how about that? The Reds won again. Gosh, I was distracted by that. You're Rod and Shannon. That show. I mean, that's like an extension of this. And honestly, I said Wes is a good friend, but so is Rod and Shannon, and that's just more fun for me. So I don't get to watch that very much. And in fact, I said the other day I was doing so. I was watching Rod, and then I saw the aficionados came up. I turned it over, and I'm on it. And I forgot it was the one he'd recorded so he could play while he was on vacation. So I'm not even watching the one I'm on.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard for me to get up already. It's 9 o'clock in the morning on Saturday for me, but I usually make it to watch this show.
Yes, Eric will be making a video soon, Jackson. So Stay tuned.
Why?
Go there right now and just wait.
Yes. I encourage you to do that, Jackson. If I'm not there in 10 minutes, start without me. In this case, 10 months.
All right. I can't think of anything right off the top of my head. So I guess we will pull the plug here, and we will see everybody next time. Yes, sir?
Don't use that term on this show, please.
Pull the plug.
Pull
Yes.
the plug.
Yeah, save that for the younger demo. Use that on Geeky.
I must say I like the thumbnail this week, Micah.
Ah, yes.
Even though I was getting attacked by the giant ant lady. It's pretty cool.
Well, you make it easy sometimes.
As Maranya says, I guess that's sweet revenge.
And I know that Jackson will appreciate it. So,
Oh, yeah, I know he did. That's probably why he tuned in. He was waiting for that to happen tonight.
yeah.
Yeah.
What we got here?
Look at that. Kickoff drive with your favorite queer DC.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Gay
Sounds
Pride
boring.
Month, They get a whole month. And our veterans get what, a day?
Yeah,
One
that's
day?
unfair. But on that note, the DC Pride issue for this year, there's a tribute to Rachel Pollack, and Joe has one of the tributes to that. It's very well written,
Mm-hmm.
so I'd throw that in there.
Check that
No
out.
relation to Kevin Pollak, right?
No, I say no. Mind you, it wasn't enough to make me buy the issue. I just took it off the shelf and read the tribute and put it back down. But, but it turns out that I don't know if you're familiar with Rachel Pollack. She's trans writer, and she took over the Doom Patrol from Grant Morrison. But her personal interests in comics were kind of cool. She was a huge fan of Huey, Louie, and Dewey, and on her like in her deathbed on the nightstand, she had panels cut out of Huey, Louie, and Dewey.
Wow.
And it's a huge, Karl Barks fan, and so I said, I know, I saw that. Okay, they're unstoppable. The kid they brought up first at bat tonight hits the ball to the last row of the stadium, and his next at bat he triples, and then the next two at bats he strikes out looking and strikes out swinging. Baseball is, like I said, the most humbling game in the world.
All right. Those of you that are watching, feel free to sub all these fine gentlemen up, and make sure you watch the Dr. Silver Age channel this Saturday, and watch these guys too. Meyer Greenblatt's been packing. Make sure you check him out from time to time. And I guess that's about all I can think of at the moment. But we love all of our fossils. We love our fans, and we thank you guys for showing up and making this so fun and worthwhile.
Yep.
And on that note, we will say good night and happy drawing.
See you guys. Thank you.
Kids.
You guys.
Bye.
Good night.